Welcome to Critics Corner, where inclusion film students talk about film. I am Frisetic Joulu.
I'm William Chan.
And I'm Shaylin Shirley.
Today, we're going to be discussing the third installment of the franchise, Iron Man 3.
The film is directed by Shane Black, who is well known in the action genre as an influential screenwriter. He has also directed one previous film back in 2005, known as Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
The movie stars Robert Downey Jr., Ben Kingsley, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Guy Pearce.
The film centers around the main character, Tony Stark, who's having a mental breakdown from the previous film, Avengers.
His questionable behavior affects his relationship with others, including Pepper Potts, who continues to be the backbone of the relationship.
Meanwhile, terrorist threats brought on by the Mandarin are posed to Tony Stark and the city. What I liked about the movie is that they incorporated the theme that the weak that have fallen shall rise again. You know, you see in the beginning of the movie, Aldrich Killian, played by Guy Pearce, he is this lowly scientist that comes out with this scientific breakthrough, and he comes to Stark with this idea that's going to change the face of history, but Stark turns him down. So, I mean, you see him as this lowly character, and then finally, over the years, he becomes this multi-millionaire, and he develops this new serum.
This is essentially an empty slot, and what this tells us is that our mind, our entire DNA in fact, is destined to be upgraded.
Right. What I did not enjoy about this film actually was the ending. I felt that it was very quickly thrown together. I felt like a lot of material was covered in 2 minutes, you know, like, you know, he has an operation, then Pepper Potts has an operation, and all is well in the world. You know, I feel like that should have been unpacked a bit. It should have been enjoyed more, and it was very quick for me, and I felt like it needed to take more time.
I really enjoyed the villain in the film. Ben Kingsley's performance I thought was just brilliant. He had this kind of intimidation in his voice as being this terrorist, and there's this one scene when he's talking about the fortune cookie, and he's kind of used that, or seeing kind of the truths about it. I thought just the way he just sort of articulates about it, the way he just says it, trying to intimidate his enemy is just...
Nessie, did you know that fortune cookies aren't even Chinese?
There's some guy over here.
They're made by Americans, based on the Japanese recipes.
Hey!
Bloody hell.
Don't move.
I'm not moving. You want something? Take it, although the guns are all fake, because those wankers wouldn't trust me with the real ones.
What?
Hey, do you fancy either of the birds?
Welcome back. We've now come to the segment of our show where we talk about film directors. Today we'll be talking about Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick is known for directing films such as Lolita, 1962, Dr. Strangelove, 1964, 2001, A Space Odyssey, 1968, A Clockwork Orange, 1971, Barry Lyndon, 1975, The Shining, 1980, Full Metal Jacket, 1987, and finally, Eyes Wide Shut, 1999. Stanley Kubrick has been regarded as one of the greatest filmmakers of all time for his unique camera work and attention to detail.
He brilliantly cast Eyes Wide Shut with Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, who were themselves married at the time, and the production set a record for 400 days of filming. The film came out in '99 and had to actually be edited so that it could receive an R rating. 5 days after the final cut was given to Warner Brothers of the film, Kubrick passed away, so he was never able to receive the Oscar that the film won.
Well, my favorite movie is 2001: Space Odyssey, filmed in 1968, the year before the moon landing. So in my opinion, this film was way ahead of its time. My favorite scene was where Dave Bowman goes to disconnect HAL 9000 computer because HAL had killed off all the rest of the astronauts on the ship. And in doing so, Hal starts to realize his own mortality and becomes vulnerable and fearful, and he just starts to have feelings, and he starts singing the song Daisy, and as soon as I saw that scene, I just broke down crying.
Take it for me.
Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you.
My favorite Stanley Kubrick film is Full Metal Jacket, mainly for actor R. Lee Ermey's performance as the drill instructor Hartman. I love every minute he's on screen. He's intense, he's funny, and always enjoyable to watch.
Part here. Pray.
This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. My rifle is my best friend. It is my life.
Ar. At ease. Good night, ladies.
Good night, sir.
Hit it, sweetheart.
Sir, aye, aye, sir.
This concludes our episode of Critics Corner. Join us for our next episode when we'll be discussing the new movie Now You See Me. I'm Shaylin Shirley.
I'm William Chan.
And I'm Brisa Chaolu.